Philip, you want to come on up and tell us about nCube Home?
Will do. Is that about right? Like this?
That's lovely.
Okay. Good morning. My name is Philip Still. I'm the founder and CEO of nCube. nCube is a smart home hub and an app. It's one of our first prototype hubs. If you look at the smart home products that are around today, you may have heard of Nest and Sonos. In fact, there's a large range of smart home devices around, but an even larger range. And in fact, if you look at some of the crowdfunding platforms, that's just some of the figures of the recently successfully funded smart home applications. So there's a real growth in the number of smart home devices and products around. And the first problem with that is that I end up with having to manage all of these different apps on my phone. And that's a chore, that's a pain. Having to coordinate, control each of these, know them to talk to each other, and so on. And that's the first problem that we're looking at solving. So the nCube app gives you a very consistent experience between each of the devices, whether it's a Nest thermostat, an Effects light bulb, Philips Hue, and so on. And in green there is our cubes, which is our automation, so I can create scenes or moves or recipes, so that the house appears to be lived in, or security purposes, or I can warm up when I come home, those sorts of scenarios. The second problem we're solving is around privacy. So my home is a very private environment. We use the phrase my home is my castle. And if you look at some of the other products, say the thermostat or the heating system, it's all about the data, and we're constantly being analysed. If you have a free Facebook account, free Gmail account, and so on, you are the product because your data is being valued. And we're very much against that, saying actually because your home is private, the data belongs to you and it's secure. But there's some things that we've done around that because there is value in the data in our business model. And then thirdly, we've developed the product from the point of view of the whole home. So I manage my whole house. I don't manage individually just the thermostat or just the lighting. I want to control my whole home. And if we look at the service providers to the home, we have energy providers, we have telco, we have security, we have retailers selling us and so on. And actually the architecture that we've designed is that as a consumer, I want a complete service from a smart home solution, but I want to receive offers from telcos, from energy companies, from insurance companies and so on. And that's the model that we've developed here, is that I opt into my data being used, information about my home, in return for a particular tariff or a discount or service that was provided by one of these partners. And so that's what we're doing, is working with partners in each of these areas. The smart home market is expanding really fast. It's already around a $100 billion market worldwide, and it's growing somewhere between 30 and 36% annually at the moment. So it's a really fast-moving market. You can see from the devices and products that I showed on the first few slides just how big that growth is actually happening at the moment. We've already got traction. We launched on Kickstarter at the end of last year, and it's just about to ship the first versions of our hubs. We have pre-orders on our own website, and we're starting to develop partners in each of those industries that I mentioned as well. And we've been profiled in various places. I was interviewed on Bloomberg about a year and a half ago. We've been in Gadget magazine. We were listed as one of the top 10 tech innovations last September during the London Design Festival. And beginning of this year, we listed as top 10 and top 11 IoT companies to watch out for this year by these two news websites. So, this is where we want to help. We've invented the product, we've got it out to market, and now we need to grow what we're doing. So we're looking for a partnership with RWE and nPower to trial the product, to work on a partnership model to take it to retail, to actually grow our sales model with the product we've launched with. That's me. Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Chris Thompson. I'm the co-founder of EnableID, which started out some 18 months ago focusing on the Internet of Things and the mountains of personal data that all these devices are throwing out there into the world. To give us more focus and prove our model, we focused on intelligent mobility. I'm going to take you through a product called My Journey, which we're reading from upstairs on the Serendip incubator. The transport systems catapult tell us that 75% of journeys in the UK are subject to a negative experience. And that negative, of course, isn't specific to a bus service or a train service or a taxi service. It is joined together by the individual and by harnessing people's personal data, looking at their reason for travelling, where they're going, we aim to deliver personal data as mutually beneficial selling points to clients that license our platform and protect the anonymity and privacy of individuals who use the transport network. To do this, we use an architecture called HAT, Hub of All Things. Hub of All Things is essentially a single database, a bit like a Dropbox account for every single individual, and it allows us to pull in data from these different vertical markets and operate it in one format, and then perform computation on top of that to deliver actionable insight to individuals. An example of this then is what we've created is My Journey, which is our platform for leveraging this in transport, which essentially helps organisations deliver better travel for employees and for customers, increasing capability and profitability. The way that it does that is by focusing on sort of three key different market sectors. The first is regional transport operators who can reduce overcrowding by giving people advance insight into whether there's a problem on the transport network. The second sector is consumer brands, or anyone who has a large event or a venue, and this platform helps people get people to and from that. And the third sector is enterprise workforce management. We reckon we can knock around 20% of the transport overhead of a large organisation with thousands of employees. There are three pillars that underpin our model, which is capture, combine and transform. Capture is instrumenting the environment with sensors. So we're working with, for example, London Midland and the Chiltern trains to put sensors on trains and in train stations, which pull in a very unique data set, such as the temperature and capacity of the train, which we can then combine with transport data and an individual's personal data in order to deliver insight to individuals on the journey. Here's an example journey. You can see how the platform integrates with different applications. It's not specific to mobile apps. It could be email, it could be SMS text. And essentially advises people when they need to reroute and accrues revenue as people go around their journey. And the licensor of the platform can then choose to give back to the individual or reinvest in their products or services. We have three live clients on this B2C account that you can see here. So we're very much mobility as a service, if you will. This is a published price list. We have a demo application that you can download. It's very much a minimum viable product, and we reskin it, we re-engineer it to demonstrate how our platform is relevant to specific clients. Revenue streams then, our licensors get an uplift in sales and service to improve CRM. They generate income from affiliate transport operating companies. So a train company might generate affiliate income from providing a taxi, for example, at the end of the service. We help people monetize quality of service, so the Chiltern will help people monetize capacity and air quality data. And we allow them to gain income from the exploitation of our network, our beacon network, through third-party advertising services, running over those sensors that we put in place. So multiple revenue streams for the licensors of the platform. The market size, again, Transport Systems Capital state that the market for personalised transport information is around 6.1 million revenue steadily, which really underpins what we're sort of looking to exploit in the group. In terms of corporate partners, we're really looking for routes to market and working with them to understand their intelligent mobility requirements. In terms of other startup companies, we're really interested in working with organisations like nCube. Cairo is really interesting in terms of the health data, and forming channel partnerships. I suppose one area that we're lacking, whilst we've got amazing software resource, is actually wider project management resource. So anyone who can help us with that, please. No. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Firstly, I'd like to apologise. I've broken the first rule of presenting, so I haven't included any visuals in my presentation. I was not took in haste yesterday, which I'll back me on. My name is Just Soham. I'm a company's data umbrella limited. I'm going to talk about where we're at, the space that we're at, and how it applies to the Serendip program. So the problem, the NHS The NHS generates a huge amount of data every day, and that's your data. And the question really is, how can they share that data securely? So the stick, I'll tell you about the stick, the Information Commissioner's Office can actually levy very, very hefty fines onto any organisation which is in breach of the Data Protection Act. The carrot, and that's where we come in, we as Data Umbrella provide information governance solutions using mobile working solutions like utilising digital technologies. Now what we're talking about there is cloud and mobile apps. We allow users to share and collaborate data securely using banking-grade security, and we're all about innovating. We're currently layering on top of the cloud by developing our mobile app, which is secure, which I'll point to. So it's all about digital. Our approach is to work to deliver the new model of care. There's a few points on the slide there, but I'd just like to take you to the bottom bullet point, which is, in the old model of care, ICT was rare, and in the new model of care, it's dependent on ICT devices and technology. We've all got a mobile phone, a smart device in our pocket, and we're happy to use it more often. So, our business model, what are we doing? Primarily, we're about deploying more licenses. We've got a Medidocs, which is our cloud collaboration solution, and we're all about, as part of the Serendip program, we want to develop and actually deploy more licenses. But on top of that, we're actually developing our mobile app, which is Secure Rock, which allows clinicians to capture audio, video, and images, annotate on top of, and share instantly and securely within their firewall and outside of their network. One of the USPs of the mobile device is whatever images or data is taken is synced directly into the cloud and it's never on the device, therefore compliant to information governance guidelines. Today we've been working with Birmingham Community Healthcare Trust on their internal and external needs. And currently we have 200 annual licenses deployed in the third year of deployment, and we're looking to expand that with our current provider. We want to work with other partners taking that forward. So what's the traction? Like I said, we're currently engaged within the NHS. Recently, through Creative England, we had funding to work with Heart of England Foundation Trust, and we've been innovating in areas such as dermatology, in working in collaboration with Birmingham City University. And I'd like to give a shout out to Bethan. Bethan, put your hand up. Bethan has been working with us, and really, we need more people like Bethan, because Bethan has been a facilitator to allow the innovation to happen. And that's really what's key to being part of this kind of incubator, is getting access to the right people. So currently, we've been working, like I said, with Birmingham Community Healthcare Trust. We're currently part of a process intending for 1,000 iPads, which in turn will give us greater license deployment. So our app was demoed to the Apple executives, and we got very good feedback on that, so that's very good. We're also working with Dr. Ralph Rogers, who's a pioneer in telehealth internationally. He approached us. He's very keen on developing a bespoke app which allows him to liaise with his patients and give him secure, better patient engagement. So that's another thing that we're doing. But in essence, we're all about collaboration and working together. So what we're looking for from partner support? Well, we're looking for anyone who wishes to share data securely. We're looking to understand the different ecosystems that exist within the NHS and within other partners. I mean, to quote a clinician, he said it's like the Wild Wild West, and it's true. Working within healthcare, there's so many disparate systems, and it's key that we understand what they are. So we're looking to grow at scale and develop new opportunities. So some metrics for success, just listed a few. We want to share more data, deploy more licenses, work in partnership, and deliver more innovation. So moving forward, we see our role as health innovators. But what we're looking to do is really work in collaboration with the West Midlands Academic Health Science Network to grow our offering, taking digital healthcare forward within the region. And it's quite key. We're based in Birmingham. It's all about developing and delivering within the region and then scaling further. But I'd just like to say, to finish off, even though the presentation is all about working within healthcare, Our mobile application and cloud collaboration solutions apply to various sectors, whether it be finance, banking. There's lots of ways. Everybody needs to share secure data, and they need to do it on the go. Thank you very much.
We don't have power or anything, just